Hi, in this video I'm going to talk about how to do a product analysis on existing products. Now, why do we need to do a product analysis? Well, we need to analyze existing products so that we can find a starting point for our own design to get good ideas from existing products and to really learn from the mistakes that other designs make. Now, how do we analyze an existing products? Well, I'm going to teach you three techniques in which we will use, and that is to ask the right questions using 5W and 1H, applying the acronym Access FMM, and to evaluate the product using PMI. Now, what is 5W and 1H? Well, 5W and 1H are question words which we can use to ask the questions when analyzing a product. So basically, in product analysis, what we're going to do is we're going to ask questions about the product in which we explore deeper what are the answers. Alright, so some of the questions that we come up with would need to use 5W and 1H, and that is who, what, when, where, why, and how. Access FMM is an acronym for aesthetics, cost, customer, environment, safety, size, function, material, and manufacturing. These are areas of a design that we can ask questions about and to probe deeper in our designs. So Access FMM is really an acronym to help us to cover all aspects of a design in which we should look at. Now, here are some sample questions that you can use in your product analysis. Now, aesthetic means how beautiful or how nice a product looks like. So, whenever we talk about why a product is attractive, we tend to talk about its shape, form, or color. Right? Cost, as we all know, how much does a product cost will determine on how popular it will be in terms of affordability. For customer, we need to always consider who are the people that is buying the product and who are those that use them. Well, you might say that those that buy the product and those that use them are the same. Well, not necessarily the case, because when we are designing for toys, it is usually the parents that buy the toys and the children that use them. So there may be some subtle differences between them, but by and large, we should consider these two groups of people. Environment. It is important to consider where the environment, where the product is being used, and what are the other products in its environment that you might want to consider. So, for example, if you are designing a desk tidier, it is very important to consider what are the other related products to the desk tidier. Perhaps stationery like pens, pencils, paper clips, etc. Now, how would all these other products in the desk tidier's environment be integrated into your design? Safety. Safety is always a concern for young children, especially for small parts, right? What are because the small parts tend to be choking hazards for young children, and sharp edges tend to hurt them as well. Some other aspects of safety that you may be concerned about would relate to material. Alright, what material it is made of. Okay, usually for toys, we tend to want to ensure that we are using non-toxic products. Size. For size, usually for size, we will take the manufacturer's guide or reference. Usually they will provide a rough dimension of what the size of the product is like. Size is always a concern because it determines on how portable your product will be, and usually in design work, we would make a cardboard model before we determine what are the critical dimensions. For function, it is a given in the sense that we always talk about how the product actually works, and we need to describe how the product works and why did you choose this product in the first place, right? Material and manufacturing would be points for consideration when you're actually making the product. Now let's look deeper into how your product analysis would actually look like. What you are seeing here is how 5W1H and access is being applied to do a product analysis on a toy car. Now I will not go through all the details here, as you can pause the video to look deeper, but I'll highlight a few interesting points. So for example, for aesthetics, you can see that the toy car is mainly red and in the shape of a car, obviously, because it's a toy car. But what is interesting about this aspect is that boys, while this toy car tends to be designed for boys because boys tend to be attracted to toy cars, but what is interesting here is that girls may find the car attractive because of the color as well. So could it be that the designer intentionally designed the car as so, right, that it is although it is red, it is attractive to both boys and girls, something that as a designer you might want to consider. Now this is the next slide on function, right, which is another common question that you want to describe when doing a product analysis. How does the toy car actually work? Well, based on the descriptor that and the research done, this car is actually designed to entertain children from the age of 8 and up. Now this car, the design of the car, it is required for it to be strong and robust and to take a certain amount of mistreatment from the user and be suitable for the surface that it will be used on, right? So probably the reason why you have this off-road tires kind of thing. Now I will encourage you to pause the video to take a look at the two slides as examples of how you can use how you can perform your own product analysis on the products that you find on the internet. Now in summary, we have answered these two questions in this video. The reason why we need to analyze existing product is to find a starting point for our own design, to get good ideas and to learn from other people's mistakes. And I've also shown you very briefly how you can analyze an existing product by asking the right questions using 5W and 1H, using the acronym Access FMM, and to evaluate the product using plus, minus, and interesting. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you have a better idea on how to perform your product analysis. Thank you.